Welcome, my name is Kirsten and I'm a nurse in the intensive care unit. Today's video we're going to demonstrate how to set up the Airvo 2 high flow therapy unit by Fisher & Paykel for use in compromised patients. These patients would include people with hypoxemic respiratory failure, such as exacerbated COPD, pneumonia or a pulmonary embolism. Other uses could be patients post cardiothoracic surgery or to prevent reintubation in our high-risk patients. This video will be useful for you if you're going to be caring for a patient on high-flow therapy. So first things first, we must collect our Airvo 2 by Fisher & Paykel from the stores and ensure that it has been cleaned and disinfected, ready for use. Next, we're going to collect all our equipment and set it up. Let's come on in and we'll have a closer look. So our first thing is our heated breathing tube and chamber kit. Make sure that it is sealed and in date. Next, we're going to collect our patient interface. So today, we're going to be using a nasal cannula. They come in sizes small, medium or large. You need to make sure that the nasal prongs do not include more than 50% of the patient's snare. We need a bag of water for injection. Ensure that the package is not damaged and the water is in date. We need some oxygen tubing and an oxygen source. Once we've got all our equipment and it's all set up ready to go, let's open it up and set it up. Let's open up our kit. We've got a chamber adapter. We've got the water chamber and we've got our breathing tube. These items will only last for 14 days and will need to be replaced for after that use. So first off, let's set up the water chamber. Grab your blue ring and make sure you pull it upwards and out. Unwind your bracket and this is your water supply line. Next, we're going to put our chamber adapter on the water chamber. Push it down. Lovely. Now, with your water supply line, click it into the home there for it. Once you're happy with your chamber, we're going to get our bag of water and hang it up ready. Our bags of water need to be changed after 24 hours or once the water runs out in the machine. Bring our chamber open. Get your water chamber, push down the finger guard and slide it into place, ensuring that the chamber adapter clicks into place and you hear the click. Next, we're going to connect it to our water. Take off your cap and push it into our water. We're going to watch the water go down into our water chamber. Ensure that the water does not go past this line. If the water does go past the line, then the chamber will need to be changed immediately. Next, we're going to connect our tubing. You can see there's a smaller end that's got prongs and that will fit into the prong part on the top there. Make sure you lift up the sleeve, push it into place. This can be a bit tricky. And hear a click. Lovely. Now we're going to attach our patient interface. As said, chosen today is our nasal prongs. Click that in place. Lovely. Hang that up so it's nice and clean. Now we're going to turn on our machine at the power, and let's turn it on the machine. So come in nice and close so we can see. So hold down the button to turn it on. Lovely. So what we need to make sure that we're looking for straight away is we're going to be looking for the disinfection symbol once it turns on. So we can see that the last disinfection was achieved 1 day ago and the light is green. If the light was orange or red, the machine would need to be taken back for cleaning. You can see that what will happen now is the machine will load and take time to warm up. Once it's turned on, we will be able to choose our settings. While we're waiting for them, we could connect the oxygen tubing. So the machine has the ability to have oxygen administered through it. So what you can do is connect it to the oxygen on the side here and connect it to your oxygen source. And we will talk about oxygen in 2 seconds when we get to settings. So as you can see now on the screen, it is turned on. You can see that that symbol means that the machine is warming up. So what we need to do, this is the summary page, and we need to choose our settings. So you can go right, and that's temperature, and then flow. So say we wanted to change our patient's flow. We reviewed the settings that we need for the patient, and we know that we want a little bit more flow for them. So to actually change your flow, you need to unlock the machine. So by pressing these 2 buttons down for 3 seconds to unlock, now the machine will flash and now you can change your settings up or down. So say we want 40 litres flow for this patient. That's what we've chosen, and now we can press next. You can see that that's locked and it's confirmed what we want to do with our patient. Now, as discussed, the machine has an inbuilt oxygen analyzer where you'll be able to include oxygen, which will be able to say your fraction of oxygen inspired. So if you go to your flow meter, as you increase your flow, on your flow meter, this will increase your fraction of oxygen that will be delivered to the patient. You can see that's been increasing to 30% FiO2, 31% FiO2. Lovely, that's what we want with our settings. Now what we need to do is we need to go back to the summary machine and wait till the machine has achieved those settings before we can connect it to the patient. So whilst we're waiting for the machine to warm up, let's have a chat about what we need to do for our patients. So when we attach our high flow to our patients, we need to continue to monitor them. So we need to look for vital signs, especially our oxygen saturations, respiratory assessment, and our ABGs. So therefore, what you can do is you'll be able to, with further reading and practice, be able to titrate your settings on your high flow to be able to achieve what you want with your patient. What if you get a dreaded alarm? So the Airvo 2 by Fisher & Paykel have an inbuilt auditory and visual messages that will be able to tell you if there's any alarm issues. So they could be things like check tube, check water, or it cannot reach flow rate. So the good thing is most machines will come with a handy little cheat sheet on what you'll be able to have a look. On the side of the machine, you can see here there'll be a manual of the alarms, and you'll be able to pick which one is yours and try and work out how to rectify the issue to ensure that we go back to giving the patient the correct requirements. If you don't have the cheat sheet on there, then I'll provide some helpful hints in my link below, and over here on the board for the product details website, an Airvo 2 user manual, and some more educational brochure on further reading about high flow therapy. Pause the video to write them down. Want more educational together? Well, we've got to love Fisher & Paykel. They've provided us with an app for your smart device. So the Airvo 2 Simulator app is the ability for you to practice at home or in your pocket. You'll be able to have a practice at setting, some tutorials, some videos, and some troubleshooting on an app. Okay, so let's go back to the machine and see if it's ready to be connected to the patient. So as you can see here, we've got the tick of approval. That means that the machine is ready to go and we can connect it to our patient. So today, we've got the high flow. So we're going to connect it to our patient, which is me. So we want to make sure that the patient understands why they're having this, what's going on and what's going to feel like, and ensure that they're going to be comfortable during it. So these are going to pop into your nares and make sure that they're facing up and slide over the face. and sit behind the ears. There's a strap at the back to tighten. Very nice and warm. Oh, just like this. Now these only last for 14 days and will need to be replaced. Okay. So what have we learned in today's video? We've learned how to set up the Airvo 2 high flow therapy by Fisher and Paykel. We've talked about some of the alarms that you might need to come across and the ways to rectify those alarms, and I've provided some further reading and research for you to have a look at. Lovely, thanks very much for your time. Hope it was educational. Practice makes perfect. Good luck.